Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special color correction video for you guys. I feel like I have plenty of them lately. This was shot months ago as well. I'm almost caught up to all the videos I shot in the past that I'm playing catch up with. This is my friend Julie. She came to me for the first session. She has permanent color, old-fashioned color on the ends, and then she has about an inch of a regrowth that has gray that needs to be covered. So 3 different things we have to counteract today. And the first thing I think would be best for this situation, you can see we have some green in there, is to do a color remover. Now, you know, I don't often do this. Most of the times I'll opt to do a teasy light or do a baby light and do it over a matter of sessions. But when a client is willing and wants to do an in one day color correction, I'm going to show you today exactly what that looks like. There's multiple steps and I do charge by each step. I will go over in total the final bill total of how much all this costs and break it down on what each thing does cost. So we're starting out with the Scruples Color Delete. This is my trusted and my favorite ever color remover. And we're gonna go in and we're just gonna lay them out and do a platinum card. I'm gonna leave the foils flat out and then just put a lot of product and a lot of saturation in each section. I'm still gonna take a little bit bigger sections than normal because this is an all-day event, but I'm gonna make sure they're still a decent size, small enough so that they saturate very well. When you first do a color remover, you're not expecting to get blonde or yellow or beautiful. You're gonna see the ugly, the red, the maroon, even the orange, and that's what we wanna see. We're gonna lift all this pigment out and then give us a blank canvas to start and begin with.
I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something.
So there's many different ways you could tackle a color remover. You can paint it all over the entire head, like you're doing it all over color application, or you can do it the way I'm doing it. I'm pretty quick with foiling, so this is why I opted to do it this way. And plus, heat obviously is gonna give us a better lift, so the foil conduction is the best thing in this situation. So I'm gonna go in and do a platinum card where we just put every single piece of hair in a foil. You guys know I don't do this when it comes to Lightener, but this is a color remover, so it's a different situation. For a color remover, I charge $150, and it's just like highlights and color. It's $20 per bowl. If I need to remix, the first mix is included in the $150. You can see I'm using my Becky Miller board, the B board, the long, extra long board. I love this new one. I have both of them. And I have to say, if you are looking for a board, Becky Miller is where to find them.
The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we.
Okay, you see I made my way to the front quarter and I split it basically into 4 different sections. Simple, down the middle. You could do it off the person's part if you choose. I just did it down the middle for her because she does have bangs, and we're just going in and we're making sure we saturate thoroughly, and I want to make sure we get as much lift as possible. Wanted to explain some of the rules. You're probably wondering about color delete. I did a video a while back last year around the same time a year ago, and introduced you guys to it. But if you need a refresher, it is 1 to 3, so 1 part powder and 3 parts developer. You can mix it with 10 volume, 20 volume, or 30 volume, and you don't use heat, no heat at all. You let it process without heat, and you can let it sit up to an hour.
So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could
we're moving on, and we let her process for about 60 minutes. No heat, as I said. And look at the lift, you guys. Remember, this is permanent color. It's not professional. It is Sally's, but it's still permanent. And look how it removed the fuchsia green on the ends. Obviously, the hair is going to need a dusting. We will do that before we move on any further. But I'm going to be using 2 concoctions. I made a 7 volume bowl and a 20 volume bowl. The 20 volume will go on the darker root where the old permanent color used to live. And then the 7 will be on the ends if I see any yellow or any orange that needs to be popped a little bit more. So after we did let her process for 60 minutes, I then did a bleach wash at the bowl for about 5 to 10 minutes just to pop the hair and open that cuticle a little bit more before we went any further into our highlighting session. And I charged $50 per bowl of bleach wash. So it was an extra $50 added to the bill, and I'll go over the total at the end as I said. Look at that lift, you guys. Scruples Delete came through, and of course her ends are a little fragile. She was already damaged before we began. She knew there was a chance of breakage and that we needed to do a big chop on her. So that's what I'm doing right now, just dusting those ends and getting anything dead off before we move on into the lightening process.
Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. You love me right. If you love me right, if you love me right, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Let's go.
All right, so now we have that cut done and we're moving right on into our foiling process. And when doing a color correction throughout the day like this and charging by each individual thing, this is where it can be a little bit more expensive because you're doing multiple steps. I used to try to charge by the hour, didn't work out well. You know, you'd have to compensate for those hours they processed and this and that, even though it was your time. So what I ended up doing was just going with charging for every individual thing. So for a full highlight, I charged the starting price $260. That includes your first mix of a lightener, your Olaplex Part 2 treatment. You get the root toner, all over toner, blow dry and style, and that's it. So $260 for this highlight, and then I'll tell you at the end everything we used, but it starts at $260, and of course we will have to do a paint between for all that nasty old orange that's left out in the mid area. So after I'm done applying the foils all over the entire head, I go in and I do the paint between, and we'll be using a permanent color because their first inch of root is gray. All right, guys, so as the clips roll along, I want to go over the price for you and break everything down and show you why not many clients want to go this route all in one day to do as much as possible, and they rather do it in sessions for full highlights over time. Remember one thing, I recently raised my prices, and you have to, guys. We're doing all this work. We're not doing 20 foils anymore. We're doing low lights. We're doing root toners. We're doing toners. We're doing 8 color toners. You have to charge appropriately and not be taken advantage of. For far too long, I let myself be used and do prices that were so not me. With the style of work I do, I deserved way more, and I finally learned how to put my confidence out there and just say, listen, I'm not doing it this way anymore. All the ones who really love me and love my work will stay, and all of those who aren't really loving me and aren't really true clients I want to have anyway, that appreciate my gift, talent, and my passion, they can move along and open the door for another client who is willing to appreciate me. You got to keep that in mind. Now, if you're just beginning out of school, You gotta do what you gotta do, but once you put your mark down, make sure you charge appropriately and make sure you're getting time, your product, everything included, because I was doing services so ridiculous, guys. If I told you, your head would spin. So while I let you guys continue to watch me foil, I'm gonna go over the pricing. So we started out with a color remover. I charge $150 for the color remover with the original mix. We did 3 bowls, so the first bowl is included. That's 2 extra mixes, that's $40, so $150 plus 40 is $190. We then at the bowl did a bleach wash to pop the cuticle open a little bit more for about 10 minutes, and I charge $50 per bowl on that. That brings us up to $240. So then we're now moving on into a full foil. The starting price for my full foils are $260. So $240 plus $260 equals $500. We used 3 bowls of Lightener. Remember, the first one's included. The double mixes ended up being $40, so $500 plus 40 equals $540. We did a paint between using 5NN, 5NA Goldwell Topchic. We only did the original mix, and that's $60. That brings us up to $600. And then I now do a color with cut is only $35, so it ended up being our total today, $635. You know, this is a lot of work. You need to charge accordingly, and you can't be taken advantage of, guys. I can't stress this enough. Too many times people take advantage of our time. They don't take us serious, and I've had enough of it. I put my foot down. This went across the entire board. All the people I gave deals, when I changed my price, it went to everybody. And I suggest you do the same.
I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. The sun sets on fire, tell me your desires. We're not getting tired, baby, take me higher. I'm sunning, you love it, come on, give me something. I know that you want it, boy. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night.
All right, guys, there you have it. Look how beautiful this color is. Literally just made it by the nick of time for the sun. It's like 7 o'clock. We are obsessed with it. She loves it. She was in tears. I just can't believe we got her here in 6.5 hours or whatever it was. From the color she was with the direct dye to the permanent color, the gray. And it all came together so effortlessly. There's no splotchiness. And I always get nervous with permanent color, putting it on the paint between when there's that blonde hair that's so porous on the ends. And we literally only had to cut like an inch off her hair. It was no hair in the sink, like I'm surprised. So let me know down below what you think. Let me know if you like this video and want to see more like this. I love fall time. I like taking people into those fall looks. This is low maintenance for her. Now she can apply her permanent color herself every 3 to 4 weeks and only see me, oh, we're good friends, but she'll only see me in the salon, you know, 4 to 6 months just to get it brought up a little bit. I love you guys so much. Thank you for always supporting me. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys.